Hello everybody! Hello all gentle folk, gentle beasts and all creatures in between, and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind with me, Traversing the Dark, and Carla, the Cam. You join us in the Mages Guild of Balmora, where I recalled back to from Azura's Shrine. We helped Azura to basically make sure that her 100-year-old hermit kept her 100-year-old hermetism in check. We made sure that she remained an introvert and that Sheagoraf's crazy cousin, Azura's crazy cousin Sheagoraf did not make her go outside. How terrible. And we got Azura's star as a little prize, little reward. Now it's time for us to head back to the Ashlanders, but I thought the first thing that I would do is go up Sadrith Mora to Dagon Fell. Because I did say that I wanted to go from Rotherin and then basically to our Shalaku camp. And what I think we'll do is, it's almost a strategic map. My military history skills are coming into this. We'll go from Dagon Fell down to Rotherin. We'll take down Rotherin because there's some interesting stuff in there. Interesting treasures we can get. We'll then cut across to Valenvarian, which if you remember is the place where those orcish cultists to Malakath were. And how appropriate is it that we've got Malakath's Daedric weapon and we're going back to deal with those cultists for good this time. And then we'll head to our Shalaku camp. So we are testing our strength even more because these are not simple places to deal with. What I really want to do is, though, I want to spell make and I want to make a better levitation spell. Because our first one that we've got right now isn't really that effective. I'm going to make it 10 points for 30 seconds maybe. Spell chance 57. Flight path Q. Just a slightly better spell. Levitate 3 points. Yeah, that's nothing we want. Go ahead, but at this point we should be able to levitate better than that. So where is it? It's flight path 2. Cool. And I also bought some more potions from Nakaria of Whitehaven. Bought some potions of Restore Fatigue, just so we don't have that same problem with fatigue, because I want to bash with confidence. One of the first things I actually am going to do when we get into making powerful enchanted items is making something that restores fatigue consistently on constant effect. That'll be a massive boon to us. Yeah, you can see this is a faster levitate. Still only 30 seconds, but it is good enough for our purposes, and it's definitely something that we will be employing as we head across Dagon Fell. We'll be seeing more of Sadrith Mora and of the Telvanni. These are Telvanni lands, and we've seen some of their architecture already. I mentioned this, but I will be doing more factions when it becomes convenient narratively to do them. I just feel like right now it makes sense thematically to do the main quest. And there is a point in the main quest coming up, just like it has done before, where the game basically says to you, go off and explore a little bit and then come back to this. Go off the beaten path for a little bit. And that is the point at which I will be engaging with a little bit of House Telvanni content. Because they're crazy mages, and Carla qualifies therefore to join them. That'll be the great house that we support. But yeah, I actually don't want to do this when it's too late. Visibility is everything. There we go. Okie dokie. Now, the next Shalaku quests are more challenging again. It's at this point that we're stepping up. We are level 10. So it's at this point that we're able to step up the challenges and deal with some more powerful creatures. We managed the Daedra Island. The D-Day invasion of the Daedra Island up in Dagon Fell we managed, so I'm feeling confident, but cautious. Dagon Fell. And we're immediately going to fly, so that our guard friend doesn't have an absolute seizure at our existence. Can we see him? He's here somewhere. Doing his job like an absolute pro would. He's doing God's work. He's doing the work of the divine, so he is. So yeah, Rotherin, Valenvarian, or Shalaku. These are potent shrines. Although they're not shrines. One of them's a shrine to Malakath, of course, but they're both Dunmer strongholds. And in terms of the difficulty level of your dungeons in Morrowind, it kind of goes Ancestral Tomb, Smuggler's Cave, Dwemer Ruin, Dirnae Stronghold. Dirnae Strongholds tend to be the most potent dungeons in terms of the danger that you're gonna face. And we've never really explored one before. Rothrun shall be our first, and it will be our first for a reason. It will be our first because there's some interesting stuff that we can see there. You're not one of those things though, Mr. Cliff Racer. You just have to die. They do. Used to call them sky sharks when I was younger. Their penchant for sniffing out your character wherever you are is irritating. And their very existence is irritating, but you're climbing mountains, that's the threat in Morrowind. When Oblivion came out, people just sighed a sigh of relief. No cliff racers tracking you throughout the whole game world. Instead, you had random bandits who were about half your level, saying your life or your coin, and you just laughed and killed them. You can actually see Rothrun from here. Acrobatics is 50? Not bad. That's what happens when you jump literally everywhere. We're gonna hop down in this mushy room. Hey-yup. Oh, okay. Invisible mushroom. Sure. Hopper fatigue potion. Get ready for anything. I feel like we've quested across Dagonfell 3 times in a row now. For some reason, it just happens to be where a lot of our adventures have taken us. It is just an easy way to get to Ursulaku. I used to go through Margan, but I find this just a much more interesting way of doing things. Because it gives me a reason, a gameplay reason, to go and find some of these artifacts. And I've said this before, that you do get to a point in mid to late game Morrowind where you are just pure artifact hunting. You're hunting down some of the best items in the game. Some of them through rumours, just like this Helm of Tohan, and others through just randomly finding them through random acquisition. As the sun goes down, we approach Rothrun. And who have we got here? Hello, Dalvesi Valoran.
We greet you warmly.
I'm a witch hunter. Dedicate body and soul to the destruction of profane magics. That would let us infer that in here there's probably some sorcerers or witches. They seem to have laid siege to them, but they're not going in to finish them off. Most fell are necromancers who defile the bodies and spirits of the sacred dead. Equally abominable are the evil Deirdre worshippers. The Deirdre lords delight in the torment and corruption of mortals, and they reward followers with terrible powers always used for evil purposes. True, says Carla as she carries around a bag of Daedric items. In employing the tools of the enemy, the spells of the College of Conjuration, I risk contamination, but fire must be fought with fire. True that! That's why I've got Malakaf's own hammer. Right? Fire must be fought with fire. Carla can handle it. As a witch hunter, she's not doing too good. She's got literally just some leather armor and a skirt and a short bow. I'm surprised the guys in here haven't just came out and started fireballing them. You the same? Sorcerer. Yeah, I mean, they can be evil, they can be good, we know that, but it seems that these two are connected. So that would tell us that we've probably got some witches, some warlocks in here, messing with nefarious magics. Oh, hello. Down you go. Rothrun Propylon Index, value 500. Now that is quest related, but we don't have the quest yet. I'll take the quest, but I'm not going to do it right now. The Dirnae Strongholds have some teleportation portals that you can... Good skimmer pipe. That you can use to travel between them. But... Oh, I like that robe. Oh, I very much like that robe. It's kind of like a Roman toga almost. Carla suits that. Very well. We're changing up our robe. We're changing up our robe, folks. Costume change. Season 3, Season 2, whatever. Costume change. Morrowind. Okay. Hey there. Oh, I bet it hurts to be paralysed, huh? Bash. What else we got? Hi. Ghosts? Pfft, ain't nothing. Oh, she poisoned her friend. Uh-oh. Hey, Ignis, help. Ignis, you gonna help me, or? Huh. Ouch, bubble. She resisted the paralysis, but not the absorption. Over there, Ignis. Carla and Ignis make a great team. They should have like a buddy cop series, except for there's no good cop and there's no bad cop. There's just crazy elven cop and silent cop. Silent flamethrower cop. Thank you, Ignis. Now, whatever's down here, it just looks like anarchy. I'm gonna burn these Deirdre where they stand. Have this, fools. Nothing you can do about it. Hopefully I can kill the scamps. I don't know about that Dramora down there. He might be a little bit more challenging. I think I just killed one of them. I can soften them up though, at least. I mean, I would be stupid to jump down. It looks like it's almost like a kind of gladiatorial arena. Those are definitely two slaves. This is definitely a Dramora with a big stick. But luckily that's not the worst weapon that a Daedric armor-clad Dramora could be having. So I feel okay about facing him. We'll head down. Oh. Hi, friend. Two exploding palms. Is it going to survive? Oh, that was bad poison. Oh, you notice there, his poison spell was strong enough that my healing potion was just able to stop it from hurting me, but not heal me enough that my health would go up. That was crazy. That's because this guy has Ice Blade of the Monarch. 5 to 50 points chop damage, frost damage 10 to 40 points in touch. Excellent weapon. One of the best, one of my favourite long swords in the whole game. A fantastic sword for any sorcerer or witch hunter, but for Carla right now, whose long blade skill is a measly 10, she is not going to be employing it. Volendrung shall remain our mainstay weapon. I do Sammy's ring. Do Samsy's robe, we'll take that. And I'll take his shoes just to add insult to injury. Why not? Hello! Paralysed and done. Oh, it was a Dramora Lord. Yeah, well, he would have packed a punch then. He would have packed a real punch. What the heck is slaves? Oh, yeah, they are slaves. Poor guys.
This scent is new.
Listen. Have I not got the key? Oh. I'll go back. I do wish you could just unlock the bracers just through pure strength of will or a spell. One of them must have the key to the slave's bracers. Maybe this woman. Yeah, not surprised. She had a powerful poison spell. I'm going to have to watch out for that. Carla was getting a lot of damage dealt to her there through poison. Hello. Go free!
Yes.
Yeah, these guys suck not only because they're witches and warlocks and evil sorcerers, but also because they kept a whole cabal full of slaves in this gladiatorial arena. Probably summoning those creatures just to play with them.
You have our attention. Done.
Thank you. Don't worry guys, you're free now. Oh hi. And boom. Blighted next sound, jeez. Second disease creatures in these slaves as well. Whoa, whoa.
What do you need?
Alright, okay, one at a time. What the hell is going on in here? Hi. Please, Leren Terreno is a sorcerer and worshipper of Molag Bal. That makes sense. Molag Bal, the Daedric god of suffering, cruelty, rape, murder, domination. it makes complete sense that this sorcerer would not only have these powerful items, but also hold these slaves in such a macabre display. He's a terrible sorcerer, but also carries a deadly sword. He stripped me and made me his prisoner, that's all I can remember. I can't recall how I got here or why. I think he has poisoned my mind with spells. Damn. If you can recover my ring from Len Terreno, got it. I can use its enchantments to escape. Please, rescue these slaves too if you can. Len Terreno has the slave key. Bring me my ring, please. It sounds as though she thinks I've not already killed them all. And I never really understood why this dungeon assumes that you wouldn't have already killed every single one of them. Like you would have spoke to her first. Alright. Alright guys, yeah. That's my ring, please. Oh, she's gone. It grants me divine intervention. Now I can escape. Give it to me now. I don't care about anything else. Just let me out of here. Damsey's ring has been removed from your inventory. Your journal has been updated. I recovered Adusami's ring and returned it to her. Len Terreno has her slave key. Yeah, okay. Just a small quest associated with this place. I can't recall if it's associated with a particular faction or guild. It might be associated with the Imperial cult, but I'm not certain on that. Anyway, all I know is that these cats are all free. Can you tell me anything now that I've freed you? I don't know if they really exist. After you've freed a certain number of slaves, you can get a little code word for the Twin Lamps and actually find their organization headquarters and the individuals in Morrowind who are part of them. They're an anti-slavery and abolitionist organization operating in the strictest shadows and confidentiality. Oh well guys, listen, your job's done. You no longer need to quote-unquote lay siege to this place. I'm not being funny, but I don't think you would have stood much of a chance with that netch leather armor against their poison, but hey, whatever. And these are the teleportation chambers. You do not have the index for this problem. Yeah, you need to do a quest in order to use these. It can be useful to have them. I'm going to wait till it's morning. Particularly if you're doing quests in the middle of nowhere, it can be useful to be able to teleport to random shrines, ruins like this. It can be very, very useful if you're a vampire. Because if you're a vampire in Morrowind, the whole world is against you. Nobody will want to talk to you. Citizens will run away and flee. Guards will attack you pretty much on sight. And the worst is that no one will actually give you transportation services. The best way you can get around Morrowind when you're a vampire is to use these indexes to travel through the system of Dwemer strongholds. But we're not a vampire, and I'm not too interested in becoming one. We could become one, even though we're completely immune to disease. The way to do it is to cast weakness to common disease on self 100 points, and then just search the corpse as a vampire. So it is possible to still contract vampirism, but I will not be doing it, definitely not anytime soon. Might do it as a little special if people want to see what that's like. But it's definitely not like in Oblivion and Skyrim, where it's actually quite beneficial to be a vampire. You do get a huge boost to your stats, but the worst part is that the whole world, you basically have to just live on the land, and you cannot interact with civilization at all. Which is why most of the vampires we meet in Morrowind are living in caves or tunnel systems, and are pretty feral. So as we make our way to Valenverian, just something that I was thinking about recently was, again, the Morrowind static leveling system is just something I'm more of a fan of than what other game systems use. Because even in this playthrough, we can feel that Carla has gotten stronger, but that strength is commensurate with the game's difficulty. Like, dealing with those Daedra, even with those guys that we just dealt with there in Rotharan, that was still a challenge, even with the items that we've got, and even with the training that Carla has. And it's simply the case that there is going to be consistent challenges in Morrowind, especially, you know, the further north that you go. And there's times when you're going to get outnumbered, or spells are just going to get the better of you. Even with her ability to resist magicka, you saw there that that poison was still able to cut through us, because technically damage effects are not magicka effects. Like absorb health is a magicka effect, for example. But damage spells are kind of their own thing. And poison is one of them, of course. And immunity to fire has been massively helpful for when it comes to fighting Deirdre, which is your main bane as a mage. You saw our D-Day invasion of Deirdre Island did well, taking on Sheogorath's cultists. And now, just another challenge before we head to Ursulaku is fighting orcs in close combat encounters. I can just make out the main building of Valenvarian over there. This was the shrine to Malakath, where we fought a brood of orcish cultists with powerful orcish gear and weapons that could have easily two-shot us when we did it before. This time we're going back to clear the place out for good, and to show that Carla is capable of whatever test the Ursulaku might throw at her as she brings them the lost prophecies. Normally when you come here there's an ash storm kicking around at this point. The frequency of ash storms increases as the main quest progresses. Something on that, there's a really well endorsed mod called Ashfall that adds survival elements to Morrowind, such as hunger meters, first meter, that kind of thing. Having to camp out at night to restore your fatigue and get bonuses, having to make a fire. And I do like those kind of things for immersion purposes, but I never really saw Morrowind as an immersive sim, you know? I see Morrowind, I think it skirts the balance between simulation and game quite well, although I generally tend towards, you know, knowing that I'm playing a game with Morrowind. Skyrim is a version of that same mod, Frostfall, which you might have heard of, which is, again, massively popular, massively endorsed. You got to make fires, you got to cook food to survive in the harsh kind of winter environment in the mountains in Skyrim. But, you know, generally, if I'm going to play an RPG with survival elements, I think they should already be built into the game, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance if I want an experience like that, you know? And that's a game that's core mechanics were all focused on the survival mechanics of the game. Oh, I don't even have to use this. Okay. Plan here. I'm back, Malakath, with your own weapon. Using it against your own followers. How does that make you feel, huh? It's not quite that scimitar you've got, but it is something. That always irked me in Morrowind, how there was no scimitar like this, and I thought, why does Malakath get to have all the fun? Why is his statue the only being that has a scimitar in base game Morrowind? Tamriel Rebuilt, again, by the way, corrected that. Right, Lurog's hut. Before I go in here, I just want to make sure that I've got some protection, perhaps. Summon Deirdre. I don't think I'm going to do that. Any scrolls that could help me? Frost Etronac, Skeletal Minion. Spell Absorption, Restore Health. I might put that on just so my health is constantly restoring. For 60 seconds. Just any benefit in this place would help me. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Careful here, I know what weapon she's got. I really do not want to be anywhere near her. Because... Oh, that, okay, okay. Whew. Grat Sharlog. Orc Warhammer, 1 to 42 points. That could have two-shot me pretty easily. I'll take it and sell it. Actually, will I? It's not actually that valuable. I'll take this and sell this. That is a strong weapon. That's actually what I was afraid of. If they came at me with orcish weapons, I would have been in a real spot of trouble. Since they've got an armorer's hammer, let me show you what repairing armor sounds like and looks like in the game. There you go, isn't that annoying? You do that over and over and over again and then your armor's repaired, or not, and you just broke the hammer. Take this, thank you. I'll take one of them, I think. Give me some coins. Shard Bolt, pointless. And I'll take their Fortify Endurance Potion. If there's more orcs that have orcish warhammers, I'll be in a spot of trouble. Carla plus close combat equals bad. Lambug's Hut. Ah, just one of them. Leather armor, nothing. You guys knew Carla was coming back. You heard your whole clan out there get slaughtered and you waited for Carla, didn't you? I'm taking your large Quama egg. Shame on you. You had this whole time to relocate, but you just couldn't do it. The mind of a fanatic is just not all there, is it? I'm not afraid of you. Bang. Bang. Uh-oh, we're out of charge. I'm not afraid of you orcs. I say that'll probably get destroyed in here. Oh, hi. Oh, careful. That's orcish. Careful. Whew. I saw that axe shine. Yeah, orcish battle axe. Good weapons, tough weapons. That would have torn through us, I think. With orcs, you do not want to take any chances. Can't even lift that, it's so heavy. I think we got enough loot. Ice Blade of the Monarch again. 95k? Is that the most valuable item that we've actually found so far? Look at that, that's crazy. Weight 60 as well. I'll bank it. It is quest related, but it's no quest that we've got yet. It's a quest we'll be doing at some point. Do some regeneration. Oh. Come on, Carla. Okay. Yeah, clearing out these one at a time. What have we got? Down you go, son. Hiya. Hi. Oh, hiya. Ooh, careful. Careful now. Their skills with blunt weapons probably surpass mine. Exploding Palm! Take it. Ultimate weapon. Take their lesser soul gem. Even dead, Dursgro Olor looks pretty epic with his claymore. Oh yeah. He just did a steel poof. He just did a steel battle axe. Yeah, if we did this back in the episode where we first met these guys, they would have just torn us apart. They would have literally just torn us apart. Orcs in close combat are the biggest bane of Carla. Her greatest fear. Orcs in close combat with strong weapons. Whew, but we managed it. And that tells us we can continue on our path. Now, I would have had more reason to fear them. There's also a mod, if you're interested in the modding scene of Morrowind. There is a mod that makes the game a little bit more hardcore by... Oh, come on. Oh, I don't have exclusive Restore Magicka anymore. I should probably get more of them, I'm going to be honest, before continuing. Really? Oh, that's so unlucky, really? I'll have to train my Levitate as well. I can't believe that. We failed that like 5 times in a row. We had about a 60% cast chance. It's just your luck sometimes. Even as a level 10 battle mage, it's just our luck sometimes. I'll train Alteration. Or Greaves. They've remained. They've remained when all the orcish cultists are gone. Bye, Malakath. I'll wield your weapon. Way better than they would have. And visions of Carla dying to one of those orcs and basically them taking it thinking, now I am the chosen one of Malakath. And then this tribe basically leading itself against all of Morrowind. Alternative ending. Bad ending. Carla's weapons are used to destroy Morrowind. It's not even Dagoth that wins, it's the random orcs of Valenvarian. The Valenvarian cult. But yeah, as I was saying, there is a mod that makes it so that NPCs actually use their racial powers when they see you. So you'll have noticed that we have a racial power Ancestor Guardian. Every Dark Elf in the game has that, but the way it's coded is that no NPC will actually use that power. Only you are able to use your racial power. Unless you download a certain mod that breaks that coding. And orcs have a little power called Berserk that basically buffs up their strength and lowers their fatigue but it doesn't matter because they're going to hit massively anyway. Valenvarian with that mod on is an absolute death trap. Because you saw that it's just thrown you into small enclosed spaces with orcs who are then immediately going to go berserk and just go ham on you. Absolute ham. So yeah, not the most fun thing to experience. We're close. Gonna see all our Ashlander friends again. Bash! Hiya! Yeah, I know that Volendrung's out of its charge. What I'll do is, I think, before the next episode, I'll mark here, go buy some more Magicka potions, and, I mean, Carla likes to chug them, gotta say. She's no alcoholic, but she loves to chug potions. And might even recharge Volendrung too, because the challenges that we're gonna have next, we're gonna need it. Welcome, favoured guest, my yurt and half are yours. That's a 180. Okay, before we speak to Nabani Mesa again, let me just say thank you for watching this episode. I'm going to end it here. Next episode, we will see what Nabani thinks about the Lost Prophecies and where the main quest is going to take us next on our journey as the prophesized, allegedly, Nerevarine. Thanks very much for joining us, folks, for this combat-centric episode. More of that to come, as well as some lore moments. Enjoy the rest of your day, your week, your night, and as usual, make sure to check under your bed. See you in the next one.